doing here? Alright, I'm doing a video. Hello, my little pumpkin patch strawberries with some vanilla and sprinkle on top. What? Okay, hey, this is my first video. I'm Maddie. My username is Maddie, so I guess you can call me Dad, because it's my first name, my middle name. Today, we're gonna be reading Reddit, Am I the Asshole? This is inspired by Call Me Chris, because I love her. We're starting off strong with, am I the asshole for questioning my wife's intelligence regarding our cats? I'm gonna start off with saying yes, but we'll see. My wife and I just purchased our first home, and we finally have a kitchen bigger than a postage stamp. Okay. Somewhere we can finally cook and not just microwave stuff and reheat leftovers. Reasonable. We agreed that we did not want our two cats walking around on the food prep surfaces. I had a spray bottle that I was using to discourage them, but she said it was mean and abusive. I'm sorry. Is this guy spraying the cats when they... right?
I'm smiling, but it ain't funny.
Okay. So I went online to look for solutions. I found out that cats hate tin foil. So I put it on the counter and stovetop. It totally works. Okay. Yesterday I came home to find my wife showing the cats it was safe to step on. Okay. I asked her what the F she was doing. She said that the cats were acting scared of the foil. I asked her why we put the foil on the counter. I asked her why are you asking her? You came up with it. Does he mean I told her? Okay, maybe. She said it was to keep the cats off the counter. Oh, okay, I see what you mean. So I asked her why any intelligent person... Oh! Diverse, no, I'm sorry. Would try and teach the cats that it was okay to step on the counter when they were covered in foil. She said when we cooked, we could remove the foil and the counter would be clean underneath. Good point. I just shook my head and grabbed a beer. Oh my god, okay. I'm seriously considering going child-free just in case this is genetic. Right. Am I the asshole for questioning her thought process? Like, what does she think the cats will do when we remove the foil and start making food? My dude, let me start off by saying, if you happen to be watching this, have you heard of communication? This is very, like, questioning your wife's intelligence. Are you the asshole for that? Yes!
Well, yes!
Okay, let's see if there's, like, any updates or something. Let's see. Scrolling. Let's read some comments. I'm actually interested in why. Let's see, like, this random comment. Okay. And how mean the spray bottle is. I used 1 through 4 cats. I found if I shook it first and then sprayed, I never had to spray again. I just picked up the bottle, gave it a shake, and they stopped what they were doing. Get off the counter, guess bed, and quit eating the hanging spider plant. Is this the OP? This is not OP. Okay. So people are saying he's not the asshole. Or she. I don't know. Right. Okay, there's no updates. I just found out how to do this. I don't... Next. Okay. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay for the cost of a locksmith? Maybe? Okay. I was Yes, he was visiting, or she. I was visiting my aunt who lives in my late grandparents' house. Okay. I went to go outside for a cigarette in the back garden. Don't smoke, kids. But in order to get outside to the back, you have to go through an inner and outer door. Okay. The inner and, or do you mean or? Okay. The inner door is about 15 to 20 years old. That's old. And it was using an old mortise lock that is at least 10 years old, as I would visit fairly regularly. Okay. Oh, and never saw the lock being replaced. Another family member who lives there said that that lock has given trouble before, which he claimed to have fixed. Did you know? Did okay, maybe just doing trouble again because of the door. That happened to me actually. So to go outside for my cigarette, I notice the inner door is locked, so I unlock it, have my cig, and come back in and relock it. I leave about 20-30 minutes later thinking everything is fine. The next day I get a call from my aunt, flustered and angry, saying how she can't get out of the dryer. Okay, so the dryers and the door is okay. Because the key won't turn. I call over and look in the lock and see that the metal plate has collapsed inside. So she's locked in there. She's feel okay. Hope she's okay. Um, I can fix it and inform my aunt. Oh, I can't fix it and inform my aunt, and she starts blaming me for breaking the lock and how I'm going to pay for the locksmith she has to call out. Right. My aunt is the most financially responsible person, so I can understand her anger at having to pay a locksmith to open and replace the lock. What's a locksmith? Is it like the person that opens the doors if you get trapped? Maybe. But I refuse to pay as I don't see how it's my responsibility to pay for the wear and tear of her property since all I did was unlock and lock the door as usual. I don't know, am I the asshole? No. It's I think she's being a bit unreasonable, but I get where she's coming from. She's probably anxious and she's trapped in there, so I get it. But you really did only open and unlock the door. You didn't just like slam it or something, I think. Yeah, let's see. There's probably not any updates here because this is very random. This is also very new. I found like new ones because yeah, most of them are like 5 hours ago or a bit less. Let's just check if this one has. This one does not have any updates. Oh, I thought it said locking for a second because of probably the door. Next one. Am I the asshole for blocking my best friend after she told everyone at our friend group that I had a miscarriage? Probably not. I'm sorry that you had a miscarriage. If you're watching this, that's really sad. I'm sorry, this is making me okay. This is making me really, really sad. Okay. I need to start by saying I have never told this story to anyone outside of 3 people, and one of them just made that decision for me. I'm already on your side. I had a miscarriage in November. I'm so sorry again. I was 8 weeks along, and it was not a planned pregnancy, but it was also not nothing. In the weeks after were some of the hardest I've had. My heart goes out to you. I can't do this. I'm gonna actually start talking. Okay. I told my boyfriend, I told my sister, I told my best friend of 9 years. Let's call her Paria. That reminds me of Papria. I can't, because I needed someone to talk to and I trusted her completely. I get that, totally. I significantly asked her not to tell anyone. I'm not ready for this. Not because I was ashamed, just because I wasn't ready. And some things don't need to become friend group. Okay, I didn't say friend group, just said group information before you finish processing them yourself. Last weekend, our friend group had a dinner. I wasn't there, I had to work the following morning and skipped it. Apparently, at some point in the evening, Priya brought it up. I don't know exactly how it came up or what the context was, but by Sunday morning, I had three separate friends texting me to check in, and one of them mentioned Priya had shared what happened. There's more. When I confronted Priya, she said she was worried about me and that she thought the group should know so they could support me. Okay, that's, I get where she's coming from, but you asked her not to. You asked her not to say. It's the guys at the soccer field thing. Um, she seemed genuinely confused about why I was upset because you told her not to say anything. She kept saying she did it because she cares. I get that, but like, I told her I needed space, and then I blocked her on everything because I couldn't keep seeing her name come up while I was this angry. My sister thinks I overreacted by blocking her. My boyfriend thinks I was right. I'm an asshole. No, I get it. Maybe you should talk to her more. Maybe you two can like grow past this. I really get that she broke trust you because you asked her not to tell something, and especially when it's like this big a deal and it's very sensitive and fresh. You're not the asshole. I hope you're handling this better now, and this makes me really sad. Okay, next one. I don't wanna do more. I wanna go lay in bed and cry for this woman. I'm so sorry. This one also does not have an update. Am I the asshole for ruining my dad and stepmom's plans for her to adopt me and for not feeling bad about it? Oh, no, let's see. My parents are divorced and my mom has been in and out of prison. Right. I want some context on there, but I guess we're not gonna have any. My dad used to be in and out of prison too. Why are your parents criminals? I'm sorry. What? I'm not judging, but like, child protective services. Police. Maybe you're not underage though. When I was like 5 or 6 years old, he met my stepmom soon after, and I never liked her. She's super strict about everything from what people can eat. Okay, that's to when and where you can eat, to how and when you do your chores. That's kind of okay. Oh, and she's verbally abusive to anyone who doesn't do things the way she likes them done. Me included. That's kind of you. Her niece was staying with us for a couple of years before my dad and stepmom got married, and she got super depressed living with us and being spoken to like a piece of I don't cuss, so except I did say a-hole. Okay. Once my dad and stepmom got married, I was 9, and they asked her to adopt me since mom was serving a longer prison sentence. Did your mom murder someone? Okay. They asked to take away my mom's parenting rights for me and for me to be adopted by her. Oh. Well, it really depends on what your mom did and if you want that, because, I mean, it is your mom, so, I don't know. The judge and social worker spoke to me without anyone else around and asked me how I felt about it. I told them I didn't want to be adopted and explained how badly she treats people. Their adoption petition was rejected. My mom kept her parental rights, period. But a year later, she was going to sign her rights away willingly, and they tried the adoption again. Again, spoke to the judge and social worker and told them things weren't better for me to want it. Okay, coffee break. I'm running out of air, bro. Also, she is a minor. Or he, I don't know. My dad and stepmom were angry, and now I'm 17 and my mom's out of prison. I'm happy for you. Because she never got to sign her rights away, I was able to get her signature for papers I needed for college, and they angered my stepmom a lot. Why? She wants to control where I go to college and what I study, and and she has a very strict plan in mind. She'll even decide if and where I can work in her mind. What is this emotional abusive controlling woman? No. The whole thing of me cutting them out of the process has brought up the adoption issue, and they're mad that I prevented the adoption when they think I needed her and then made life more difficult for them. Am I the a-hole? No, honey. I'm sorry, get out of there. Your dad shouldn't be agreeing with a stepmom if you're uncomfortable. And firstly, she sounds really rude and unpleasant, so I guess go live with your mom if you like your mom and if your mom is nice. I don't know. I don't know what to say. This is the last one. This video is probably going to be like 17 minutes or something. Probably more because I'm going to be editing it. Maybe less. Why am I telling you all this? Okay. Am I the a-hole? Oh, this is by the same. Okay. This is. This is by the same person that wrote the. I'm pretty sure the first one. No, maybe not. The Am I the asshole? Dad says I am spoiled for asking him to read texts at my art exhibition. Is this the same one? An hour ago? Let me just dig this. Did I not read this? Wait, give me a second. I can't do this. I'm crashing out. Walking my best friend when I did. Oh, I didn't read this. Okay. So there seems to be two. This is like an update. So this is my dad says I'm spoiled. Oh, this is long. I don't want to read this. Okay. Am I the asshole that says I'm spoiled for asking him to read my art text at my IB art exhibition? I have no idea what IB is. Sorry, this is my first post here, and this is quite wordy. I can see my girl. Or boy, I don't know. I'm, okay, female. 20. It says 18, girl. 18 female, an IBDP student, high school, who is nearly graduating and took art as one of my subjects. Yes.
Well, yes.
Why is this hard for me? In the IB, art is a very intensive course that takes nearly 2 years and is notoriously difficult. We just had our final exhibition, you know what I mean, a few days ago, where we do a proper event at the school where the students got to celebrate and showcase their art like a proper exhibition. Exhibition. Am I saying this right? Okay.
Exhibition.
Let's do a little coffee break. Gulp. I'm gonna keep the ice. Oh, it's raining. There were 15 art students in total. It's cold. My parents naturally both came. Makes sense. My dad lives in a different country for work reasons, okay, and flew into ours to come stay for a few days and visit my exhibition. I'm still not sure if I'm saying that right. I was obviously grateful for this. Okay, period. Once at the exhibition, I cannot. Oh my god. I took my parents to my section. They seen quite a lot during the process, so none of it was all that new to them, but still, it was obviously special to have it all up there. I put a lot of work into my art and am really proud of the collection I made. One of the pieces is even a portrait of me and my dad, and took me a lot of time. Oh, that's sweet. Attached to each of my 8 pieces was short 500 character text, and there was a 700 word curatorial English is my first language. Curatorial rational. I'm gonna start sobbing. At the beginning to give an overview to the full thing. Okay. I also put a lot of work into these texts and they offer a lot of meaning to my art. Okay, that's beautiful. They do not take very long to read and they are very short texts, as I mentioned, apart from the slightly longer rational text. Rational? Is it rational? Maybe. How would you know? Why am I asking? Okay. After my dad had taken in all the art pieces, I asked him to read the text as he hasn't done so yet. My mom already had. Okay, that's sweet of your mom. He sort of laughed it off. What's funny, my dude? What's making you laugh? And I had to push him until he finally reluctantly agreed to do so. Right. Right. Only then did he finally read all the text. A little later on, one of my teachers came up to me to compliment me on my work. Okay, period. Asked me what I was planning to do with them and brought up the fact that she was interested in perhaps buying at least one of them. Okay. Successful queen. Um, my dad then intercepted to say that actually he would want the works. Okay, that's okay. Maybe that isn't so bad. I sort of jokingly made a comment that was odd considering he wouldn't be bothered to read the short text accompanying the art pieces. Sure, this may have been a little low of me, but I was feeling a little hurt. I get it. And it sounds like you were joking too. I wasn't there, but like, yeah. I wasn't there, like, why would I be? I also had other parents coming up to me to give me their compliments, and I could see them reading through my text, my full exhibition. Okay, in fact, the next day, someone's mother reached out by email to let me know how much my art touched her. You seem successful. Period. Okay, where are we? Oh, later on, after we had left, I pretty quickly realized that he hadn't even read my curatorial rational curatorial the same thing I had a problem with last time. In the end, we had merely skimmed it. For context, my dad loves to read and is always reading something. So why couldn't he just... Okay, this started an argument between us, as I found it hurtful that I put nearly 2 years into this exactly, and that he couldn't show interest to even fully engage with my work. Specifically because so many parents who I did not know were reading all my texts, telling me they loved the storyline I had created. Yes, my dude. My dad, on the other hand, thinks that I am being completely unreasonable and spoiled. For what? And holding unrealistic expectations. Girl. Firstly, you're a reader, okay? The dad. You're a reader. She asked you to read around a sum up of what, 4 pages? You should be invested in this. This is your daughter. What the hell, man? Okay. He says that in a regular museum, he would only ever skim the text and that he flew in 2 hours. I should be grateful. I am grateful that he came, but I am hurt that he will not treat my art as any regular exhibition. Was that correct? Considering the fact that I am his daughter. Yes, exactly. I do not think that it's spoiled. That it just says it doesn't say it's. I'm gonna say it's spoiled of me to simply ask him to spend a few minutes reading a few short texts that he can fully appreciate. so that he can fully appreciate the thoughts behind my art. Reasonable. I guess my main point is that nearly 2 years went into this. Yes, as you said. I made incredibly personal art. I made a portrait of me and my dad, especially that. You should have at least read that. Like, give us something, Ian. And I simply wanted my dad to fully engage with all the work. The fact that he essentially refused to do so hurt my feelings, and that he called me spoiled for wanting that hurt more. I get it, Pookie. I understand that that may not be his preferred style of engaging with work at a museum, but I am his daughter, and it was important to me that he saw and understood all of my work. I do not think I was asking for too much. So am I the a-hole? Am I being an entitled brat? Or like Voracal Assault from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory? What? As he likened me to. I guess La Voracal? I don't know the... It's a spider. Hello. No, you're not being the asshole. Who is Veloka? I've watched this. I have not read this. Maybe I should. Comments. Bro flew 2 hours but can read 2 paragraphs. He has a point. Or she. They have a point. Okay, 14 minutes ago. This is the... Oh, she just worded this differently for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe she didn't like the other post, but... No, you're not the asshole. We had like one asshole here, which was the husband. Of course, the only man known one would be the asshole. No, I'm sorry. I'm not hating on men. Just some of you all suck. I'm sorry. It's true. A lot of men suck. Not all, but some. That would be my first video. This is my coffee cup. It's raining. I have nothing else to do. I'll probably just watch my Chris videos, which is literally what inspired this. I said this at the beginning. See you in my next videos, spookies.